Right now on Capitol Hill, the CEOs of some of the biggest tech companies in the country are talking with lawmakers about the spread of misinformation on their platforms. You've got Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg, Alphabet's Sundar Pichai, Twitter's Jack Dorsey, all of them facing questions on the content on their platforms around the January 6th insurrection and the pandemic. All of it comes as a new NPR analysis finds that articles falsely linking vaccines and death are among the most highly engaged with content online this year. Joining me now is NBC News business and tech correspondent Jo Ling Kent. Hey, Joe, thanks for being with us. So talk to us about what headlines have jumped out to you from this hearing so far today. We've seen, in rare instances, some of these big names on the Hill before. A lot of talk, critics would say, not a ton of action.
That's right, Hallie. And I think that what we can say so far is that members of Congress actually have more sophisticated questions to ask these CEOs for the first time ever since we've been covering this over the past 4-5 years now. So as you look at what they're asking, one of the main questions really is, are your social media platforms partially responsible for the insurrection on the Capitol on January 6th? And surprisingly, and I think for the first time ever, Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey said yes. And he went on to say that it's not just the responsibility of the social media platforms, but that Twitter does play a role in what led up to January 6th. On the flip side of that, you have Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook saying that this is squarely in the lap of former President Trump, that he had a call to action, and then as a result, that's what's happened. What's also interesting are a few other headlines, too, including what Mark Zuckerberg plans to do when the semi-related yet sort of outside group, the Oversight Board, it's currently reviewing whether or not President Trump's Facebook account should be reinstated. Listen to what Zuckerberg had to say about that.
We will respect the decision of the Oversight Board, and if they tell us that former President Trump's account should be reinstated, then we will honor that.
Now, that is the clearest they've put it so far. We expect a decision on the former president's Facebook account in the coming weeks here. Another thing that really jumped out at me in terms of the headlines is about what is happening for kids under the age of 13 on Facebook and Instagram. There's been a lot of scrutiny about a product that hasn't yet been released, Instagram for kids under 13. Yep. Mark Zuckerberg confirming that they are indeed developing that right now. And one member of Congress asking, why are you doing this? What is the point of it, given that so many kids are already signing up anyways? And he says that it's all about connecting kids together for their benefit, but also acknowledging that his kids, who are 5 and 3 years old, do not use Facebook and Instagram products in large part, aside from maybe messaging their cousins on Facebook Messenger. So a lot going on. And by the way, the hearing very much still underway, expected to go another couple hours, Hallie.
Joel and Ken, thanks for keeping an eye on that.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.